What's happening, ladies and gentlemen out there on YouTube land? Got a good one for you today. Just did finish this Camo Flage Gauntlet 30 carbine short barrel. Took 7 inches off the barrel for making it into a 21-inch barrel. Got a 580cc carbon bottle on there, 3000 psi regulator. Adjusted the trigger, got the M-Lock bipod, running the D&T optics, 7 to 35 by 56 scope. So out of the box, this thing's brand new. It's a bolt action unit. It's not the side cocking lever, but these things are super reliable and bulletproof. So yeah, it's still a good option, especially if you like that traditional bolt action feel of a hunting rifle. But yeah, out of the box she was running 930 feet per second after we lopped off the end of the barrel and recrowned it. So prior to that, with the full length barrel, she was running about 1005 feet per second. So with adding the reg, 3K up from 2800, and then did hammer spring adjustment through the back of the tactical stock here, and got her back up to high 900s. So didn't even lose that much power, and we got a lot shorter, much more manageable field rig right here. But what I'm gonna do now is just run some ammo through it, make sure she's still accurate with this barrel modification. So I figured I'd let you guys tune in while I ran those tests. Another thing too is when I do these custom builds, I like to make sure I'm using the right type of moderator for sound dispersion and accuracy. So I made 2 30 cal silencers, like a longer thin one and a short stubby one. So I'm going to test these two real quick, back to back, see which one's shooting more accurate, and then we're going to go with that one for the testing. I'll throw my sound meter out there at about 10 yards. Throw some JSP 44 grain pellets in there. Okay, so just dry fired that thing a few times, get the reg to settle in. I'll go ahead and shoot a group real quick with the short stubby Terminator HP moderator. Okay, we'll start off on the upper left target. Pretty damn good. Okay, pop this one off. Alright, next target over. Yeah, not a huge difference at this 48 yard. Sorry, at this 40 yard range. Although this short and stubby one was just a tick more accurate. Crap. You know what I didn't do is check the sound meter first time. So let me do 2 more shots, one with each, and then I'll give you a comparison. Okay, with the short. Alright, this longer skinny one was 103.3, so compared to 103.8, not enough to make a difference. I like this short one on this compact carbine for length, so I'm gonna stick with that one, and then we'll go ahead and finish conducting some more ammo testing. Let's get this chronograph powered up here. Alright, so we've seen what the JSB 44s look like. Damn good. Let's run some dead center 44s. Alright, so third target over.
989. 987. 987. 986. 982.
Alright. PDG, pretty damn good. Alright, let's go to the let's check out some of these 50 grain JSBs. Alright. Upper right target.
953. 946. 943. 934. 926.
Yeah, those are bouncing back and forth, so hard pass on those. Let's check out the JSB Hades 44.75 grain. Yeah, it looks like we're down to 2,900 on the reg, so we just fell off reg. So as far as shots per fill, we got 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25. So we got 25 full powered shots per fill, 3 dry fire, 2 sound testing, and then 4 5-shot groups. So yeah, that's 25 shots. All right, let's refill. Alright guys, let's finish running through this ammo. I'm just going to hook up this buddy bottle since we already did our shots per fill count. Alright, JSB Hades up next. Let's see what's up. It's getting a little bit windy out there, but it is what it is. Alright, middle row, left target.
996. 996. 991. 992. 990.
Alright, not the best I've seen. How about these Predator polymags, 30 cal, red tips. I don't think these things fit in the mag, so I'll single shot load them. How does this thing fit in there? There we go. Boom. Nice. Alright, middle.
982. 976.
Yeah, you know, on those heads, it could also be that they just don't like going almost 1,000 feet per second. So I bet if we got those running around 930, that group would tighten up. Oh, sweet.
75.
Woo! Almost 1,000 feet per second. No, 975er. The Predator polymags. Those would be freaking hammers in a hunting scenario. These red tips, grouping like that, running that velocity. Very nice. Okay, so let's move on to some slugs. See if this carbine will run a couple slugs. Start out with the Impulse Air, 44.5 grain. Alright, middle right.
992. 991.
A little harder to load.
990.
A lot harder.
989. 991.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hunt with those because for follow-up shots, the bolt's not closing. Easy. Run some NSAs. Got the 47.2s. Okay, lower left.
973. 973. 974. 973. 973.
Yeah. Breech on these bolt actions is tighter than the side lever action models. They kind of opened up the breech on the side lever actions for easier slug loading. So this thing may just end up being a pellet shooter, which is good. I mean, you can see how well it shot those red tips and the JSB 44s. Oh, okay, so yeah, these are the AEA 52 grain. Well, these load a lot easier, but grouping wasn't really much to write home about. So, and then last we've got some knockout slugs, 50 grain from JSB. Yeah, that could be a winner right there. I mean, it was the easiest loading, not too bad on the on closing the bolt, and then grouping was the best out of the slugs that we have here on hand. So yeah, not bad. JSB knockout slugs, 50 grain. Run those if you wanted to in this unit here if you wanted to shoot slugs, and then for hunting, the Predator poly mags. We're looking good. A little better than the Hades, although if you run an eco tune you'll probably shoot the Hades. And then for target ammo, the dead centers were good, but I think the JSB exact 44.75 grain were a little better, just a little more reliable. And then they're a little softer too, so I think they load in the breech a little bit easier than the dead centers. So yeah, I would say successful build. We're making good velocity and good foot poundage still, even though we shortened the barrel by 7 inches. So pretty happy with that. The camo job turned out really cool. It's nice that that short silencer ended up being the one. We'll keep the overall length nice and tight. But then yeah, so I'm gonna box this up, ship it out to the customer. We'll put this build up on the store. So if anybody wants a replica of this build, it'll be up on the store, and I'll pull a brand new one out of the box, build it for you, or you could send yours in. When we pull these out of the box, they end up being side lever because we can no longer get these bolt action ones new from the factory anymore. They're discontinued. Guys, so I was kind of confused about the shots per fill we got on that full power tune. I expected more, so I was checking things out to see what might have happened, and over on the compressor it was basically cutting out at a 4,000 psi fill, but it's supposed to fill up to 4,500. So that's basically like a third more air that I should have gotten in that bottle, because from 4,500 down to 3,000 is 1,500, but from 4,000 down to 3,000 is only 1,000. So yeah, we were supposed to get like 30% more shots per fill. So instead of 25, 30% more than that. So maybe like 35, maybe 38, 40, whatever. But so I went ahead and adjusted the compressor cut off, and then did an eco tune where I backed out the Terminator hammer spring adjuster to shoot around 905 feet per second with the JSB 44.75 pellets. And then I wanted to see how many shots we could get running that eco tune, and then also what kind of grouping we would get at that velocity. Alright, so for that eco tune shot string that I just showed on video there, you can see that we started out around high 8s, and then got into the 9s, the low 9s, and then by about shot 30 we're about 925er. Don't pay attention to the foot balance because I didn't put the projectile weight in, but around shot 50 we're up to about 950 feet per second, and then from there it holds for a second and then starts coming back down, and then as you can see by about shot 70 we're just falling sub 900. So yeah, here's the board I was shooting. We started out with the JSB 44s, and then couple 3 groups. Let's see, we did 5 groups. I went 1, 2, 3. I was adjusting the optic to get on the bulls. 4, 5. It started to open up a little bit as the velocity increased, close to like 9/5, and then we switched over to the Hades. I think this one was the first Hades, and then we went Hades, and then dead center, and that is a little 22 cal hole. It was already there. So yeah, no real flyers, just a little bit different grouping based on where we were in the shot string from the velocity. All right, so with the Eco Tune, we went from 900, and the velocity climbed a little bit there in the middle of the shot string, but we were able to shoot, even though the regs set at 3,000, we were able to shoot down to 2,000 psi before it fell off below 900. So that gave us 70 shots per fill. So from 900 up to 950 and then back down to 900 again. 70 shots, 580 bottle, 3K reg, Terminator, Eco hammer spring, which allows you to back the velocity down lower than the OEM hammer spring adjuster. So that way you can maximize your plinking and you know, reduce some of the muzzle report by lowering the power, and then just you know, maybe plink on smaller critters than running the full 100 foot-pounds tune. So yeah, it's pretty nice, full power tune. I noticed that the compressor was running about it was cutting out about 500 psi before this one was showing the full 4,500 psi full. So actually, when we were only getting 25 shots, I think I was starting at 4,000. So probably with once I adjusted the cutoff switch on the compressor, we were able to get this thing to fill all the way to 4,500. So on full power, we probably would have ended up getting about 35 shots per fill instead of 25. But then on the Eco Tune, we got 70. So double the shot count with the Eco Tune, half the shot count with full power, bigger game tune. But yeah, pretty happy with it overall. With the Terminator hammer spring adjuster, it's real versatile. You know, run it for plinking or smaller quarry, or just crank her up for coyote or what have you. So yeah, I definitely feel better about that. Shot count now, 35 and 70. So I got one more rifle to test. Maybe I'll bring you guys along for that one and post that up on the next video. Catch you guys later.